Hi, everyone, and welcome to our EdTech Tuesdays. Today, we're going to be focusing on Spotlight Success using Team Speaker Coach to power student speeches. This presentation is provided to you by Joanna Molina, our CIT and reading coach at Kelly Fire Elementary, and myself, Valentin Guerra, just here as support. Some objectives, it will be that you will be able to use Team Speaker Coach to have all of your students develop oral language skills, targeting skills for TELPAs. Some of the norms for our session is that don't forget to register for session 391930, sign in with the remote check-in code, which is PSJA Tech, have your mic muted, and ask questions in the chat. Myself and Deborah Pingle will be here to support you with any questions. Hopefully, we'll have your answers. So what is Speaker Coach? Speaker Coach is a tool designed to enhance students' speaking skills by providing real-time coaching during presentation, addressing issues like pacing, filler words, and clarity. At the end, a custom rehearsal report is generated based on the teacher's selected feedback. So some of the classroom applications are areas of growth supported by Speaker Coach are for student oral presentations or PBLs, announcements like the morning announcements, speaking part in the TELPAS exam, campus events, and also UIL events like Spanish poetry, storytelling, and oral reading. And after this introduction, I'm going to pass it on and take it away, Ms. Joanna Molina.
Hello, everyone. Okay, so let's start with the steps that you'll need for assigning an assignment there at Speaker Coach, okay? So, of course, you're going to log into Teams, and we'll kind of have a live, right now we'll go live so you can see all the steps. But you're going to log into Teams and click on the Teams icon. You're going to select your class that you're wanting to assign the assigning Speaker Coach to, okay? Then you will click on Assignments, and you will go ahead and click to create. You're going to kind of create, hover for learning accelerators, and then Speaker Coach will show up, so you click on that. You're going to turn on Speaker Coach settings to customize your student's report, and we'll go a little in depth in a little while in another slide. But there you have your language, you're going to require a video, you're going to select AI feedback, and all your Speaker Coach needs, like there's delivery, there's pace, there's filler words, there's pitch and pronunciation. So you'll get to, turn on whatever setting you would like. Then you're going to click next, and you're going to fill out some information for your new assignment, which will include the title. It includes giving the students the directions. It includes the date, the time, and we'll go a little further on. We'll get into depth with that. At the end, you click assign. It's going to be to your bottom right. So let's go a little bit into when you get to the assigning and you're clicking on the AI feedback. This is a new feature, and you do want to click it because here, when you turn it on, the teacher, you're able to tailor the feedback to the type of speech that the student is practicing on. For example, if there's three types, it could be an informative speech, a personal speech where they're sharing a personal narrative, or it could be a persuasive speech where they're trying to convince an audience. Once you select whichever speech type that the student is presenting, then you get to go to the feedback. And there you get to select for delivery, for content, and the audience engagement. So there's language use, there's a rhetoric technique, style. Do you want them to get feedback on the quality of the information, how they organize the speech, or even the emotional intellectual appeal, which is how are they presenting? Is it clear? Can the audience be interactive with them? So that's what you select when you're turning on the AI feedback. And now here we go to your new assignments page. This is what your new assignments page will look like. So here you'll have to enter a title. So you select, usually I'll select what the title of their presentation is so they can kind of look for it. For the instructions that you're entering in this section, it's really for the students and for them, so you can know what they have to do at their end to be able to complete the assignment. So there's going to be 5 steps that they're going to have to complete. They're going to download the PowerPoint, which is where their presentation will be. And there's a little ellipsis on that section, and you'll get a little bit more clarity once we go through the steps. You're going to go ahead and they're going to click Speaker Progress. They're going to upload it from Google Drive. Okay, and select the PowerPoint that they just downloaded, because when they download the PowerPoint, When the students download the PowerPoint, it goes directly to their Google Drive. So they'll upload it from there. And the speaker progress, what it does, it brings up the PowerPoint, and the student gets to read from it as they're recording their presentation. So they're gonna, once all that is done, they start recording. You can select how many times you want the student to practice it. It could be unlimited. So you can go ahead and do that. And once they're ready, they can just click submit when they're ready to go ahead and submit it to you. Again, this is the part in the new assignments page at the bottom where it says attach. That's where the teacher will attach the PowerPoint. So previous to having the assignment, started, that needs to be done, where whatever the student is going to present needs to be put into a PowerPoint. That could be done by the student themselves, or you can help them out. But the teacher attaches it before you assign it. So that way the student has access to download it. Okay, here you get also to select what time, the date that you want to do, that you want the assignment due, the time. You get to select the class. So if you have more than one class in your reading, in your teams, you get to select the class, sorry. And then for all your students, you can send it to all your students, or even future students. You can say all or future. You can send it to an individual student or even a group of students. Okay, you can go ahead and add a rubric, and we'll see a little bit more detail on that in a little bit. You can add a rubric, one that you've already created. When you click add rubric, there's an AI available that can help you create one if you want one. And of course, you can give points. You can add a tag. For the reflect check-in, that's for the student. After the assignment is done, they get to tell you, how do you feel about this assignment? Is it a happy face? They get to choose what emoji they want to choose, select, and then they get like a group of words that maybe describes how they felt. So that's a reflect check-in. So all
I
that
wanted
is
just
done.
to ask you just a quick question. When you said
Yes.
in the attach, could it be also a PowerPoint that maybe the student worked themselves in their device instead of having to attach it? So that could be a possibility?
Well, I think it has to be attached right here in this section. So they
Okay.
could send the teacher the PowerPoint, and then when this is being assigned, it has to be attached right there. It has to be attached through this means in the new assignments page. I mean, they could have the paper with them so they can just read off of it. But again, what Speaker Coach does is that it will tell them, like, are they looking at the camera, or are they looking straight? Or so maybe if they're holding something, it might give them the wrong feedback when it comes to that. So it's best just to attach it. And like here in the student view, this is what the student sees. So you get to see where the speech is, the PowerPoint is. So in that ellipsis is where they're going to click under the reference material. They're going to click on the three dots, and that's going to go ahead and download the PowerPoint straight to their Google Drive. Right after they do that, as soon as they see that it was downloaded, they click on the bottom one under My Work, where it says that's the assignment that you created. That's the title, for example, that's the title I gave to this assignment. So that's the one they click. And then once they go into that, the screen comes on, and I'll give you a live video right now. You'll see where the screen comes on for the assignment, and there's an upload button. So it says upload from PowerPoint. You're going to select from this device. The student is, right? Because this is all the students doing. They're going to select the Google Drive, click on the PowerPoint, and click open. Okay? Then, of course, a pop-up comes up. A pop-up comes up that asks if you allow for Microsoft Teams to use it. So you say allow, the student clicks allow, and then the student will record and submit. Okay, so this will make more sense right now when we kind of go through the steps, but I want to show you both how the teacher's going to see it, and also the student's view. Okay, so let me go ahead and do that. Let me share my screen real quick. So when you're here, you're going to click on your team. You're going to click on the class that you have. So that's my class. And usually you can go to assignments, and they're ready to grade, past due, or return. Since we've already worked on this, some of the students have already returned it to me. So I'm sorry, I'm going to click on upcoming because this is the one I want to show you. So they're going to click on here. actually, let me go back. So I want to show you how to set it up. Okay, here we go. You're going to click on assignments. You're going to click create. That was already going to show you one done, but let me show you how to actually set it up. You're going to click on learning accelerators. You're going to click on speaker progress, select speaker progress. This will take you to speaker progress. And like, as you see here, it kind of guides you through it. So if you want to come back to this video or actually go through here, it'll tell you. So here's a presentation title. Here you can put the title of the assignment. It's going to ask you what language. There's 13 languages in total. Number of attempts, there's 10 minutes, 10 attempts or unlimited attempts. And sometimes the students, with the feedback I got from the students that tried it, they really like the unlimited. So that might be an option. Time limit is up to 10 minutes. There's from 1 to 10 minutes, so you can select on that. You want to require the video. The video is speaker progress, will record the students as they're doing their presentation. So you want to go ahead and allow that. Here is the AI feedback that I was telling you that it's new. So it's off normally. So you want to turn it on. And here is where you select if it's informative, is it personal, is it persuasive. The speech that my student wanted to practice on was their morning message speech, because they do the morning messages for Kelly Farr. So I chose informative. And here is where you get the feedback. You want to do maybe the language use, the style, it'll give you like a little hint, maintains consistent, engaging, fluent language throughout the speech. So you want to select kind of the ones that you feel, okay, I want my student to get some feedback on this. And again, it's real-time feedback that they're receiving. As they're presenting, when they're recording, the feedback pops up on their screen. So you get to the message clarity, engagement, maybe the emotional, intellectual. So once you're done selecting here, what happens is it pops up. These are the feedbacks that they're going to have here. So that's for that. And then we have, here's this is automatic, the release rehearsal report is automatically turned on. Here's for the delivery. Do you want them to be given feedback for pace? Then you go ahead and turn that on, and it kind of shows up here, and it gives you a little explanation about that. Filler words, the pitch, and then if the content, inclusiveness, maybe repetitive language. If you want to add that one, you can do that. Their body language, are they using body language too much? Body language, they need to use more, so they can get feedback on that. So at the end, you see all the items or, the skills that they're going to get feedback on here. Once you're done selecting this, you go ahead and click next. And here is the assignments page. So for here, you would have to enter a title. So say I want to do morning message, or maybe this is for your TELPUS, and it's a specific story for TELPUS. So you type in the title for that. And then the instructions is like, again, here is where you would want to put for them to go ahead and download the video, download the presentation, and for them to click on the assignments. And I actually put this in the PowerPoint, so you can just, if you download or you watch it, you can kind of type it out and get it from there. So you want to give the students the steps right here. You want to type everything on here. And this is where you will attach the PowerPoint. So you click it, it'll take you to your files, and you grab it from there and you attach it. So say I want to attach one, upload from this device, that's fine. And so here is the Speaker Prep Spanish one. So I can open it and it uploads it here. So that's what you want to do as a teacher. Go ahead and have this ready. If you want the student to do it themselves, that's fine, but it has to be attached when the assignment's being done. So it would be best if the student sends it to the teacher can upload it there. And here's where you select the date, the time, what class you want. So I only have one class, but if you have more than one class, you get to select. Here are the options for your students. It's either all current students, all current and future students, individual students, or a group of students. So you get to select that. Here's the rubric. This is what I was talking about. When you can do the rubric, you can create one from scratch, or you can have AI help you out, or you can upload an existing rubric. Especially if you've done this several times with your student and they've gotten feedback before, you might want to have a rubric as you continue so they can get better at a specific skill that you're trying to target when they present. And, you can add that there. Points if you want to add the tag, and the reflection. Reflection again is how they feel about the assignment. And that would be it for this, that you would just assign it. Okay, you would assign it. Now I want to show you, I'm going to go ahead and start this one. I already have it. I want to show you one that has already been done. So this is one that that's already been done. I'll show you the student view in a little bit. So this was what one of my students, so it was returned, like I already returned it to her. This is what you will see as the teacher. Okay, the student, when they're presenting, the on the moment feedback is like, for example, you can see here in the video, I can play the video for a little bit, and they get instant feedback. But this is what the teacher sees. So they see what feedback they got, the words per minute. You can even toggle here, and you can see as they were doing their speech, how their their words per minute change, because they're using they're using pace, they're using maybe emotion. They get feedback on their body language. It says, great, you kept your gaze forward. Your distance from their camera was consistent. Again, all these little feedbacks that you see here in the report was popped up when the student was presenting. The feedback I got from the student who used it was that they could read it, but they would like maybe a copy of this report. And so what happens is they don't, we were trying to see if they would get this report, the actual report, and we didn't see it. So what I did, of course, is I typed the feedback here, but I can see where you can attach. So we can create this into a form and then attach it for the students so they can get a copy of it. Because it shows, their words per minute, their pronunciation, what they did, was the pitch good, and it keeps them here. Keep view of your face clear, and it kind of, if you drop down, it's an obstructed view and the good view. It shows it there. And here, it gives a little feedback where they try pausing and taking a breath instead of filling silence with words, or write down phrases and use instead of filler words for transitional moments. So this was for the Spanish. I want to show you the English because it does differ a little bit. Speaker Progress does say that it's working on some of the language, right? It might not be accurate. So I know we can also see the transcript. And in the transcript, I do see in the summary that it kind of got some words wrong. Words that the student didn't actually say, but that's how the program picked it up. So you just it's good that they might not get this summary right away, that you as a teacher can look through it and fix it up and edit it for the student before they receive it. And then, because there was some of the stuff that was wrong here, so I would have had to fix that before I give it to the student. Here it'll have like a little, of what feedback was given. Esta oración introduce claramente el propósito del discurso y organiza la secuencia de los eventos. So it gives them the feedback in the language of the presentation, which is pretty good. Okay, so that's the entire one. So I'm going to go ahead and close this one. I want to show you one that was in English. So let me go, I think it was here, morning message sample. So I have this one from one of our students. This is his report, and here you can see where it picked up the pronunciation. And in the Spanish, it didn't do this. And in English, it did. So it kind of helped him out to be clear and precise in how they pronounce the words, and it actually gave him mispronounced words from the rehearsal. California Falcon shredded before. And again, we don't know if it may be incorrect, so you might want to go to the transcript and look that up. But it gives you almost the same, body language, repetitive language, filler words, and pitch. So this is what you see as the teacher. You can also see the video. So this is what the video looks like, and you can hear it. See,
Good morning, Kelly 4 family. We are at KPFN, Kelly 4 Falcon News, the team that keeps you informed. Today is Tuesday, October 10th, 2025. My name is Cristian Martinez. Thank you for joining us this morning. If everyone could please rise for the United States Pledge, the Texas Pledge, and the Kelly 4 Elementary Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America.
So that's
to
one
the
of
republic
the
for which it
feedback. Off
stands,
to a good start.
one nation.
So the feedback is instant, right? The feedback is instant. So that's good for them because they see it as their recording. This is for the teacher view. This is what you see, and you can, fix it up or share it with them however you want. So that's what that is. Now, I also want to show you, let me see if I can go into this one. This is the actual video for the student view. I want to show you what students have to do to get into a Microsoft Teams assignment. Okay, first step is the students go into their apps. They go ahead and look for Teams and click on it. It takes a while to load, but it's okay. What the student is doing, their student view. Once in there, the student will select the class where you have set the assignment up. And what first pops up is usually the assignments that they have pending. So for example, this one would be the one that the student is going to work on to do speaker progress. Or they can just click assignments and it'll pop up there too. So they're going to go ahead and view the assignment. And here we could see that I have already uploaded as a teacher through my end, I have uploaded the PowerPoint. So the first thing they're going to do is go ahead and click on the three dots and they will download the PowerPoint. And it's going to download into their Google Drive automatically. Once they download it, they go ahead and click on the assignment. They go ahead and click that. Once in the assignment, they're going to upload the PowerPoint. And again, it was from upload from this device.
And let's say the microphone or the camera isn't working, you just go there. Take that out. You go there, and then you just press that little thing. That where the camera is.
Oh, okay.
You just press there to make sure that the microphone is working and the camera.
Awesome. Okay, so you go upload the PowerPoint. Upload from this device. And you click on Google Drive, and here is the speech progress prep PowerPoint. So they're going to click on it and open. And the program speaker progress starts uploading it into the screen for them to use and speak as they're doing their presentation.
FYI, the only thing that'll show up is the video and not the background.
So here, the student can move the little camera off so they can see their recording. And once they're ready to start, they just click on start.
And down here it says the minutes to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And you have infinite times to do the recording if you mess up, because the teacher that assigned it didn't put how many times can you
They put unlimited times.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you can practice, and once the student feels ready, they could go ahead and submit. And that's it. Thank you, everyone. So that's the video. That's the video of the student view, exactly what they're going to do. So it seems like a lot, but the students kind of know what to do. So as long as you give them the instructions in the description of the assignment, they can follow really quick. So that's speaker progress for you. And of course, again, it gives the feedback that I got from them. They enjoyed it. They really liked it. They were happy with some of the feedback they received. And so they're willing to do it again to see if they get better at whatever feedback it gave them. So
This is really good.
I like it because we use it for morning message, but again, right now Telpa speaking is coming up, like all that practice, they can really get in there and feel a little bit more comfortable speaking and presenting. So please, try it, see how, if you need help, we're here to help.
Kudos to you, Joanna. You brought it up as your presentation as a CAT. And Debbie and I loved the idea that you were bringing it out so we can see it in action. And you showed us a lot. And there were a couple of questions in the chat.
Okay.
One of them, and maybe you do know the answers.
Okay.
One of them was if it will be downloaded or saved in OneDrive or Google Drive. My thought is that it's probably OneDrive, but not sure.
What is saved? Like the video?
The video, like it's saved under OneDrive, probably under you. Do you know if it's?
Yes, I have to go to Teams.
Okay, it's on Teams.
And I get to see it through the assignment. I don't know if we can download it from there. We might be able.
We can check it out.
Yes, we can try it and see, definitely, because if we want to share with them exactly what they're, have like a folder where we keep their videos when they're presenting, and so they can see their progress. That would be amazing. That would be super, super cool.
Yeah.
Because, it's kind of like a progress folder.
Yeah, perfect. And well, thank you, everyone. This was Joanna Molina, our CAT, and also the reading coach at Kelly Farr Elementary. Like you tell, she's amazing. She will go above and beyond to find things for their students and very cool ways to use it. Now we're going to turn it around to Deborah Pingle for our door prizes.